Hello everybody, how are you today? Welcome to our TOEFL Cambridge and IELTS certification classes. My name is Rodrigo and I'm officially a Cambridge examiner for the speaking part of the test. And this is Pandora, my teacher. Hi guys! But before we even start our class, please click on the button below and make sure you subscribe so you can watch our grammar and vocabulary tips for the next classes, alright? So, the topic of the day is going to be a grammar topic called fronting. Again, fronting. So, that grammar topic is used both for speaking and writing purposes. Usually, when you want to give emphasis to adjective clauses, basically you move the way around. You get the adjective clause and move it to the front of the sentence in order to give emphasis to that. Or if you want something else to be the emphasis, you can also do it, but mainly with adjective clauses, alright? So let's see our first example. It's going to be easier for you to understand what we're talking about, alright? So the normal order is, I can't bear people like that. Now, if I use the fronting technique, I'm going to say to you, people like that I can't bear. So people like that, so I'm giving emphasis. That kind of people, I can't bear, I can't stand, alright? Let's see the second example. The normal order would be, that bus driver is crazy. But if I use the fronting technique, I'm going to say, crazy, that bus driver. So again, I give emphasis to the adjective, crazy, alright? So I moved to the front of the sentence. That's why it's called fronting. Simple, isn't it? Now, sometimes we can use fronted objects and its complement, alright? And in that way, basically we used to give more immediate importance in the object. So let's see some examples you're going to understand that. The normal order would be, last week we had a great piano lesson. But if I use the fronting technique, I'm going to say, great piano lesson we had last week. So, can you feel the difference? Can you hear the emphasis that I gave to great piano lesson? So, great piano lesson we had last week. Alright? So, I use the fronting technique. Next example, the normal order would be, we have already discussed this matter at some length. Now, if I use the fronting technique, this matter we have already discussed. So I'm giving emphasis to this matter, alright? And again, I use fronting for the complement. Just one more example here. I just don't know where I'm going to go next. Now, where I'm going to go next, I just don't know. So again, I'm giving emphasis to the complement. So where am I going to go next? I don't know. So I'm answering to my own answer. That's basically what am I doing right there. And that's really very often used for speaking purposes. Alright? Okay, Pandora, you agree with me? So, let's see another example here. We've never found out how she got a 10 in her test without studying anything. That's the normal order. How she got a 10 in the test without studying anything, we've never found out. That's when we give emphasis. Like, we cannot believe that she got a 10 in the test. And you're giving emphasis to that. Okay? Now, we're going to move subjects a little bit. We're going to see the detached fronted subjects and objects, which is pretty much used in speaking. Those kind of sentences are not to be used in writing, mainly formal writing, unless if you're writing an email to your friends, alright? But please do not use them in the writing part of IELTS or TOEFL tests, okay? Let's see some examples. This woman who hung up, she's a doctor. Well, she's told me that I need to get there tomorrow, alright? It doesn't matter what she said. But this woman who hung up, you know, I'm giving emphasis to has just hung up. Next example. That couple we met in Vancouver, we don't know to send them a birthday invitation, do we? Or we don't want to send them a birthday invitation, do we? So I give emphasis to the couple we met in Vancouver, alright? Probably in our last trip to Vancouver. And just the last example, one of my daughters, her best friend is a vicar. She says, vicar, it's a kind of priest, like, but in Christian churches, not Catholic churches, so usually call them vicars, okay? I think in Brazil we call them pastor. I'm not really into religion, but that's what I think we call in Brazil. So, that was another example. One of my daughters, her best friend's a vicar. She says, you know, that this guy is coming to town next week. Then the compliment could be whatever, alright? Now, let's have a look in the other subject, which is detached me and myself. So, the only subject pronouns we use in that case are me and myself. Nothing else, alright? Me, I don't care about the plan. Me, I don't care about sleeping in this hostel. Even though the hostel is kind of dumb, I don't care. Myself, I believe I'm making a big mistake. In other words, if you had to ask me, I would say that you're making a big mistake. So I say, myself, I believe you're making a big mistake. Alright? Again, that's pretty much using speaking. Okay? Now, adverbs and narratives. So, opposite the living room is a lovely library nook. Or there is a lovely library nook. Okay? Where is that located? Opposite the living room. Okay? I'm using the fronting. So I put in the front the location of the nook, which is opposite the living room. Okay? The second example. Soon after that, the phone rang again. So whatever has happened, but soon after that, the phone rang again for the 10th time. Alright? In the last example, which we hear a lot in pop idol shows or X Factor, you know, off you go, off you go. So if you're ready to go, just go, alright? Off you go. And we say that to kids as well. Hey kids, off you go. Like, are you ready to go to school? Off you go. It's a very common expression used in English, right? Next topic is fronting with as or though. Young as I was, I realized that my parents were getting divorced. So in that case, even though I was very young, I realized that my parents were getting divorced. So it doesn't matter that I was too young. I knew it. I knew what was going on. Alright? Next example. Tired though he was, he went on working really hard. Again, in spite of being really, really tired, probably bogged down, probably jaded, he still carried on working really hard. Okay? So in this case, I gave emphasis to tired though he was, and I used the adverb though to represent the fronting technique. And the last topic of the day is ellipses, which, by the way, I have recorded a whole video just about ellipses in my YouTube channel. So if you haven't watched that topic, please watch that video and you're going to learn everything about ellipses, alright? Basically, the auxiliary verbs in the case are all left out. So we're not going to use any auxiliary verbs at all. So, likes this beer, Harry does. Basically what they're saying is that Harry really likes his beard, doesn't he? Right? Funny, your brother. Instead of saying your brother is funny. Your brother is certainly funny. Say, funny, your brother. Alright? So, why did you bring the word funny to the front of the sentence? Again, to give emphasis to the adjective funny. Alright? So, in this case, we call it ellipsis because we haven't used an auxiliary verb. That's why it belonged to a different category and not to the initial category that we had before. Right, Pandora? So, if you're like me, crazy for grammar, if you really want to pass at IELTS, Cambridge and TOEFL certifications, please do not hesitate and leave your questions. Click on the button below, be part of this team and watch my next videos because I just love teaching and I just love recording them for you, alright? So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great Sunday. Today's Sunday, right? So I hope you have a great Sunday and I shall see you next time. So cheers, thank you, bye bye. Say bye Pandora. Bye bye guys, bye bye.